Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a platform that doesn't just connect people, but deeply understands their unique cultural background to build trust and spark innovation on a truly global scale.
Mm,
That's the fascinating landscape we're diving into today.
yeah, it's quite ambitious.
We're taking a deep dive into the Hamfounder platform specifically, its strategic architecture and development roadmap. This isn't just about technical blueprints.
No, not at all.
It's about understanding how highly intentional design choices directly enable a very specific, ambitious mission.
Exactly.
Our insights today come straight from A Thue. That's the fourth section of a core document outlining Hamfounder's architecture,
That's
dated
right.
June 20. Our mission is to extract the most important nuggets, understand the why behind Hamfounder's unique design, and explore how it aims to serve its distinct user base, the global Iranian diaspora.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how deeply the architectural choices are intertwined with the strategic vision. It's not simply about, constructing a platform.
Right.
It's about meticulously engineering a trusted, integrated ecosystem that's purpose-built for a very particular and, well, discerning community.
So before we get into the nuts and bolts of the structure, let's explore the core principles guiding Hamfounder's architecture. What makes it designed for resilience, flexibility, and scalability right from the ground up, especially considering its target audience?
Well, Hamfounder is built upon a set of modern architectural principles, and each one seems chosen with a specific strategic intent. First, we have microservices architecture.
Okay.
The platform is broken down into small, independent services, each with a single responsibility. This allows for independent development, deployment, and scaling.
Which speeds things up.
Exactly. It significantly reduces complexity and speeds up innovation. For instance, each core module, like profile management or maybe event management, will actually consist of one or more microservices.
So if a new feature needs to be rolled out or an existing one updated, you're not rebuilding the entire engine, just swapping out a smaller, sort of self-contained part. How does that flexibility specifically benefit a globally dispersed community like the Iranian diaspora?
Well, it means Hamfounder can respond much more rapidly to evolving user needs, whether those are new cultural nuances in communication or emerging opportunities in different regions. This agility is just crucial for a platform aiming to serve such a dynamic international community.
Makes sense.
And closely related is event-driven communication. Services communicate asynchronously via message brokers like RabbitMQ or Kafka.
So not talking directly to each other.
Right. This reduces direct dependencies between services. A great example is when a new project is created, it publishes a project-created event. Then, notification and search services listen to that event and react appropriately.
So if one part is down.
Exactly. It means if, say, the notification service temporarily goes down, it doesn't crash the entire project creation process. It makes the whole system more robust.
And that ties directly into their API-first approach, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
How does an API-first approach specifically give Hamfounder an edge when they're targeting such a unique, globally dispersed community?
Precisely. All system functions and data are accessible through secure, documented, versioned APIs. This standardizes internal communication and profoundly facilitates the development of new clients, web, mobile, maybe even future third-party integrations.
Okay.
For a global community, this standardization means consistent access and predictable interactions no matter where or how users are connecting. And there's a central API gateway.
Right, the gatekeeper.
Yeah, it manages, routes, authenticates, and monitors all requests, providing a single secure entry point.
Yeah.
Beyond that, security by design is paramount. Given the sensitive and frankly high-value data of diaspora elites, security isn't just an afterthought, it's an integral part of the architecture.
It has to be.
And this goes beyond standard data protection. It's about building an unshakable sense of psychological safety for a community that might inherently be wary of centralized data control or has specific privacy concerns due to their unique geopolitical context,
That deeper insight into psychological safety is key. I can see how that's more than just features.
Absolutely. Principles like data encryption, both at rest and in transit centralized identity and access management, or IAM, and protection against common web attacks like those in the OWASP Top 10.
That's the Open Web Application Security Project list.
That's the one. Those are integral from the very beginning.
While that layered security is clearly vital, what are some of the potential operational complexities or maybe ongoing maintenance challenges of such a rigorous security posture for a startup platform like this?
Oh, it definitely adds to the initial complexity and the ongoing vigilance required. Maintaining multiple layers of encryption, constantly updating against new threats, managing strict access controls. It demands continuous investment in talent and infrastructure.
A big commitment.
A significant commitment, yeah. But one they seem to view as non-negotiable for building the necessary trust. Now, in terms of data, they use decentralized data management.
Also known as polyglot persistence.
Exactly, polyglot persistence. Each microservice manages its own data and chooses the most suitable database for its needs. So, for example, the profile service might use a NoSQL document database like MongoDB,
Right.
while an analytics service could opt for, say, a columnar database.
So this isn't just about technical optimization. It sounds like it's also about building flexibility for the nuances of a community.
That's the deeper insight here, yes.
What are the trade-offs of this polyglot persistence approach compared to a more, traditional centralized database?
Well, by allowing each microservice to choose its own data store, Hamfounder isn't building a rigid system. It's anticipating the diverse, evolving data models that might be needed to capture the nuanced cultural and professional attributes of a global diaspora. It avoids that one-size-fits-all approach.
Which could become a straitjacket later on.
Exactly, a straitjacket. The trade-off, of course, is increased operational complexity in managing multiple database technologies and ensuring data consistency across services. But the architectural flexibility is clearly seen as worth it.
Okay. What else?
Two other crucial principles are user-centric design and extensibility. User experience, UX, and user interface, UI principles, which are designed to foster trust and engagement among the Iranian diaspora, are architectural considerations. They directly influence API and data model design.
So it's not just skin deep.
No, it's not just about aesthetics. It's about how the underlying system can support interfaces that feel culturally intuitive. And the platform is designed to easily add new modules or hubs in the future without extensive reengineering.
Which is vital for growth.
Absolutely. Vital for a growing, evolving ecosystem.
So how does this commitment to user-centric design translate into actual architectural choices beyond just the front end?
Okay.
And with extensibility, are they anticipating specific future needs of this diaspora, or is it more about building for unknown growth?
Well, it translates directly into data models that capture culturally relevant attributes, APIs that support specific interaction patterns, and backend services optimized for the kind of relationship building that resonates with the community. And regarding extensibility, it's probably a bit of both, but definitely anticipating unpredictable growth and needs.
Right.
If we connect all these principles to the bigger picture, this API-driven, microservices-inspired approach isn't just a technical choice. It's really a strategic enabler.
How so?
It allows for phased development, independent scaling of development teams, and crucial future partnerships, all directly supporting the development roadmap and that overarching goal of connecting dispersed talent.
Got it.
For example, think about this. A new project matching a mentor's expertise can trigger an instant targeted notification that significantly increases user engagement and perceived value by creating these highly relevant, timely connections.
Okay, so we've seen the technical backbone. But what's truly distinctive about Hamfounder? Where does it step out from the shadow of existing platforms and, create its own unique space in the market?
That's where it gets really interesting. A thorough analysis of key competitor platforms like Y Combinator co-founder matching, Coffee Space, Co-Founders Lab, Founders Base, Founders List, even Crunchbase, and successful diaspora networks like Tie Shows that most focus on general matching or broad informational data.
They lack depth.
They largely lack what the document calls ecosystem depth. And crucially, none are specifically designed for the nuanced needs of a global network of elites with a shared cultural and experiential background that's the Iranian diaspora.
Right.
Nor do they really aim to attract individuals at the level of global leaders. This represents a significant strategic and, frankly, unmet market gap.
So Hamfounder sees an opening.
Exactly. Hamfounder distinguishes itself not by simply replicating features, but by offering versions of these features that are deeply aligned with Iranian culture, meticulously built on trust and highly relevant to the specific needs of its users.
Can you give an example?
Sure. While Y Combinator offers co-founder matching, Hamfounder's matching algorithm will go beyond just skills and goals. It aims to consider factors like cultural compatibility, shared values related to the Iranian context, maybe even shared experiences in navigating specific diaspora challenges.
That's fascinating.
This directly addresses that stated need to respond to the diaspora's needs.
That cultural fit element Sounds incredibly powerful. But how do you actually codify or algorithmically assess something as nuanced as cultural compatibility or shared values related to the Iranian context without making it overly simplistic or, conversely, too complex to be practical?
That's the precise